Welcome to Eve Singularity. I'm Major Freak. We're going to be theory crafting Porpoise. I've been flying this for about a year, and I've had various ships, iterations of this. My favorite one that I used a lot to good effect was during my ice mining. Still ice mining, like it. Right now I'm just concentrating on prepping for possible nerf tomorrow for moon mining. So this was I settled on this fit, and I was using it in practice for a while now. Especially this is dedicated for ice mining. What I do was I go to the belt. I'd have a Meowsmouse with a mobile tractor unit at a location, and I'd have my endurances all around that spread out, and I'd have this as my it would just guard whoever was being attacked and attack them, and then use the salvage drones to get rid of the wrecks on field, and the MTU would take the debris. I knew you could just destroy the wrecks, and basically the wrecks are just filled with useless crap, so just why would you need salvage drones anyways? So I've lately decided to drop the salvage drone, and this was for anything that was orbiting at 60 clicks or beyond, but since it takes forever to lock anything, it wasn't that useful, but it was a high slot thing. I was like, but then, does this have it? Does this have the... Yes. So I was like, the next iteration was, if I don't need a cloak and I'm mining in a moon field, this is my moon field thing, why don't make an ersatz logi so my booster gets attacked over the miners? Because a booster won't be attacked over a miner, but if it's a remote rep or two, it gets primaried a lot. So it was, hey, great. And I still had, and my combat drone was in the ECM. Didn't need salvage because who cares? You're not going to try to cloak up anyways. You're not really going to hide your activity. Who cares? Had the burst jammer, really liked it. I had never really used it. But yeah, I had a projector and a dispersion augmentor. Got that up, pre-overheat it, and I'd have that for Tech 2. Kind of drop the idea of the sentient. I mean, double the price of your ship. I mean, look, it's like 67. You probably get it cheaper elsewhere. But yeah, nope, you can't. So yeah, it's really expensive. So I just dropped the idea completely. Ship's not that expensive itself. You can get a Porpoise for like 45 just by going 8 jumps and save 12 million. So that's the price I was used to it for about a year. Guess it went up. So anyways, that was the thinking behind that, and the projector gave you 20 clicks range, and that was really attractive for a while. And then I realized if somebody's got a faction scram on you, they're going to be closer, so you don't have to fill that niche spot of somebody having a triple point long point way out to range, you know. I mean, what are the chances of that? They're gonna want a hot drop on you, and if they're at range, you might get away if they try to sino. So yeah, that went out the airlock, so I got rid of the projector, and you don't get a bonus on your range for... It doesn't matter if you're targeting one of your miners and mining that, but I was like, I'll just target my drone. I hit on the idea recently of using a heavy drone, because heavy drones seem to drag aggro. So if you've got Logi aggro, ersatz Logi on your booster, boosting your, repping your drone, your heavy drone, it's going to get primaried, or you're going to get primaried, and the miners will be left alone. Perfect. And why not make the ship as cheap as possible? So I went to this, well actually, I went to other iterations first. I went for, it was a variation, but it was dedicated to just pure on gank. It was designed to survive and be air sets line and these don't work at all, and your drones don't work at all the way they normally do against PvP targets. You have to manually order them to attack on each client. So it was, I unsubbed for about 2 months or a month after I discovered that. It was really depressing to realize that low and high sec had been screwed, but null sec had been left completely alone. I think it has something to do with Crime Watch and the way it's instituted. CCP knows about it, and they've called it a defect, but I'm pretty sure defects are really low in the priority list of what to fix, or if ever. Anyways, so yeah. Now then, where were we? And I was playing around with that. But after resubbing, I just ignored that. And lately, I hit on this idea for the Jaspet. And just in the last hour, I realized a few things. Here's my heavy drone, and I have warriors out with them, and 2 hammerheads. And that does a appreciable amount of damage. You can have 5 infiltrators or something. Like, see, you probably max out the DPS using 5 hammerheads. It's at 233, of course. But yeah, you can have that. Get rid of that and have 2. There you go. That fills up the bandwidth, and you've got, it's not bad DPS. But yeah, they're out, and they can crush any rat approaching, and it'll definitely go for the heavy drone, because you've got the small shield booster, which has, of course, the bonus, so you've got more range. And yeah, it's great, and it's within 32, so that's perfect. And what I had was, I had a Tech 2 burst jammer, and with the projector and the augmenter, it went out to 20 clicks. But of course I realized, why the heck you need that? Let's go with 2 augmenters. And of course you not get rid of that, but whoop-de-doo, right? And you got the adaptive invulnerable, you got your drone speed up. But I just realized, I don't know if they changed it, or it's always been the case and I just didn't think. I'm pretty sure it had a max module you could fit. Well, watch this. You can fit more of them. So why the heck would you need that when you can fit? Let's see how many I can get. Oh. What? What did it say? Skills when users of user are used up. Right. So it does have a hidden max. Okay, damn it. Alright. I was getting way too excited about that. Oh, I knew there was a reason. See, this is why you Theorycraft, and this, the problem is being a really old player, you just forget some stuff till it hits you in the face. Anyways, so that's Theorycrafting, and yeah, and you'd price check and do all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's a nice fit. The Centurions have no effect on the range or the strength, unfortunately, of burst jammers. So that's out the window. But yeah, pre-overheat it, and you get 12.4. That's pretty nice. It's your 50% chance of getting out of jail free if somebody drops on you. But if they're that close, they're probably bumping you. And if they're lighting a cyno and they're stuck, they're not bumping you, and you've got a slight chance of getting away, pre-overheated. And if any non-corp members are within range, you'll get some security hits on you, but just it's a little bit. So hey, it's low sec, right? So yeah, and that was it for my theory crafting. I checked JITA for prices and all that stuff. You get rid of this; it's dirt cheap. And of course, we won't be using the Tech 2 thing, so that's out the window. Yeah, and all this stuff is really, it's approximately going to cost you 90 million. So that's really cheap for booster, right? So anyways, that is the entirety of my theory crafting. The next theory craft, of course, will be figuring out my prospect. So yeah, and I'll link the successful Porpoise Pit in the descriptions. Porpoise Pit? Lol.